Welcome back, YouTube. Titan Fragrances here. I have seen tag videos going on, and I may have been tagged on this one, and I apologize if I hadn't been able to catch everyone's tag on this one. It's like, what bottle worthy, what's backup bottle worthy, right? And it was like 5, but I wanted to do a little twist on it, so if I hadn't been tagged, or even if I had been tagged, this is a little bit different. And I got to thinking, so this may be a little longer video than I'm normally used to putting out there. So down in the description, I'll do the breakdowns because I decided to go designer, I decided to go niche and independent or inspiration house kind of deal. And give you my take because I really think what happens here, and just to give you a little insight for those of y'all just finding my channel, welcome out. I hope you enjoy the content. This is really for all you guys out there because I'm a subscriber just like you guys are. I'm recent into the game. But the reason you go check out YouTube reviewers or content creators is to kind of get a take on what to look towards, and maybe you get some inspiration, or maybe you get some direction on where to. Definitely, I would always trust your own nose, trust your own taste, and don't let anyone really sway you one way or the other, because ultimately you're the one who's going to have to wear it, and those around you're going to have to be the ones that'll be either suffering or in the praises of what great fragrances you did or didn't get. And ultimately it's your money, and so I think a lot of the tag videos are great for us reviewers and content creators to get others takes, for those that are behind the camera doing this stuff, and maybe those who haven't been or been thinking about it. It's definitely has its fun. I think it's great. I really enjoy it. There is some apprehension though at first, you're thinking, because you're going to put yourself out there for everybody, and that can be a little nerve-wracking. It's not the easiest thing to do. The behind the scenes stuff also is not that easy to do. It's a newfound appreciation for all those guys putting out content, because it is quite time consuming. It's a lot of fun, but it does take some time to try to put out some quality content and consistent content. We all have jobs. Hopefully, I know it's a trying times right now, and I hope, pray for everyone's safety, everyone both physically, mentally, everything. You're not alone in this. We're all in this together. So keep positive and just keep moving forward. But I want to keep this definitely fragrance related. And normally I highlight another channel. And excuse me if I'm talking fast. I just don't want to make it drag on too long, and I want to get through it. But I normally highlight other channels. But since I think the tag videos are really a good thing for you subs and other reviewers, to see what our personal takes are on things, instead of just highlighting one fragrance, what we think on this and that, you get a little broader scope. This really kind of got me thinking on the last one I did, which was show us your spritz, kind of get a take on where they're coming from, because ultimately, like, I know after watching some of these guys for a long time what they're kind of into, what I can go towards to look for some, and there always seems a lot of like, who can I trust? Who can I do this? Who may have an agenda? I mean, my whole agenda for me is just to put out stuff that will help you guys like others help me. That's simple. I'm a really small channel. I enjoy all the interaction. You can check with most of my stuff. If I get notifications, I try to get back and answer all the questions I possibly can, because I enjoy that. That's the best, funnest part. So I won't hold up too long, just so that again, some background on me. I'm basically a construction hand. I work outside a lot. I am a lineman. I work on the power lines, so we get pretty dirty. It's pretty sweaty. We're down here. I'm down here in Houston, Texas, so humidity can, especially since we have summer most of the year, is pretty brutal. And so fragrances don't last, but I wear those for me during the morning, and then by the evening time I'll do some other stuff. But I'm gonna go with my designer backup bottles first, and give you a take. So I'm gonna give you the breakdown down in the description when I start talking about them. So if you wanted to skip all that stuff before, boom, just jump to the one topic that you want, and hopefully I can keep you all entertained on it, but give you my honest take. So designers, first thing, that's probably what most people are in contact with, come in contact with. And I think it's a great avenue. It's not it still holds. Obviously, a bulk of my collection is designers. Just to give you a background on that, it's probably a little over 240, 250 or so right now. And all with the exception of probably 2 or 3 that I got are either on a raffle, or some that I got for Christmas, presents and stuff like that. But only one bottle gifted to me by the Fragrance Fanatic. Other than that, these are all purchased by my hard-earned money. So There's no swaying. I don't get any bottles from anyone, nothing like that. So this is just my take on this stuff. Uh, and I wanted to go with designers first because those are the most common. That's what you see a lot of. That's a great intro. A lot of good stuff out there. Some people, as they evolve and want to do something a little bit more artistic, more challenging, then they go into other things, and that's okay. There is no wrong or right with this. It's what you like. Okay, so I'm going to start off the top. These are my 5 bottle backup worthy fragrances. These are things I definitely am going to invest more money in to get another bottle because they're just that good to me. Okay, I'm going to start out with, of course, Mr. George Zaharoff's. Not only is the fragrance great, the man is great. This thing is a gem. Modern Fougere. You've seen it on a lot of my top lists, but for me, this itself, for the price point, you're getting some quality stuff. Last and last, it's just a gentlemanly scent. It is gorgeous. It is well worth your investment. And just reach out to George. And he definitely gives out samples. So sample it for yourself. I always encourage sampling first, but this is going to always be in my collection. Definitely is something that is backup bottle worthy. Number 1 on the designer for me is George Zaharoff's signature pour on. I won't spend too much time on all the breakdown because there is going to be quite a few of them, so I'm going to kind of go through them. But I do have other videos that have the breakdowns of some of that stuff. And again, I am by no means a professional. This is just my hobby, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Number 2, Dior Fahrenheit, the Parfum version, right? This thing, man, it is gorgeous. I'll be honest with you, Fahrenheit, the original, was I didn't like it. It's too petrol-y. I can appreciate the scent itself. I mean, it just, maybe it dies down or tones down, maybe on the newer stuff or whatever, but every time I've tried to put it on, it just doesn't work for me. Not for my taste. But this one with the leather, the violet dial down, this is a must. I have loved this fragrance. I think it is gorgeous. It lasts. Definitely backup bottle worthy. The king of clean. Okay. This thing right here, Prada L'Homme, the original. I got the intense one. But boy, the iris in this, the soapy cleanliness of this is the all round. You can wear anywhere, anytime. You're going to be smelling clean, luxurious. This is definitely will always find a place in the collection for me. Okay. Now, moving on to, I know everyone likes By the Fireplace of the replica line. Jazz Club is just a gorgeous, boozy, oh man, and the replica line is trying to take you to a time and place, which I do think fragrances do that. Think of the high school fragrances you wore. You spray those on right now, it may take you back to those times. It should, as it does for me. But for me, Jazz Club is the one I like off the replica line. It is just that good. I love the booziness in this. It really, really is rich. I really, really enjoy this one. I think it's a great fall, winter fragrance. Definitely going to always be a place in my collection. This backup bottle worthy, even more so than By the Fireplace. But that was my other one under the designer. And rounding out the top of my designers, I know this one can kind of, some people fall in the niche category in a sense, but is their private line. But I just think this thing is just gorgeous. YSL's Tuxedo. Oh man, this thing is just spicy. It has some patchouli. It is just super, super, super nice. And just the title suits it. Tuxedo. I mean, it is a dressed up type of fragrance, although you can wear some, casually. I think it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous scent for me. It's aromatherapy at one of its best. I think it's a gorgeous scent. Will be a backup bottle for myself. Don't have one now. They are a little on the pricier side, of course, but once it starts to run low, this thing is going to get back in full force over here. Okay, so there goes with the designer line or side of things. Now I'm going to cover. Let me go with the niche. Okay, And these are typically what the distinguishing factor for those that are not as much into the fragcom, which most of y'all probably are if you're watching me, being a small channel. They would be stuff that solely does fragrances, and or are just a little higher end, a little more artistic in a sense. But I'm gonna start out with Grand Soir by Mason Francis Kirk. Amber at its best, I think. Luxury. It lasts. It definitely is just a very gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I think it stays pretty linear, but the amber in this is just creamy. It is just a gorgeous scent. I absolutely love it. I don't have as much niche as I do designer, so this wasn't necessarily as, I can say, as hard to do as the designer realm, but with a collection like this, I still have quite a bit of them. This one I instantly fell in love with too, which Oud for Greatness. I know Initio does some power stuff, and this one lasts. It projects. So I know some of you say it may not have that much oud or whatever, but I just love the scent itself. Man, I could just, every time I've sprayed this on, I keep going back for seconds and thirds, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful presentation, beautiful bottle, beautiful staying power. Definitely a backup bottle worthy in my opinion. I raved about this one as well. Made a lot of my list. Spirito Fiorentino. This thing is by Tiziano Terenzi. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Leathery, just a fine leather laid over with an undertone of the Baccarat Rouge, somewhat of the sweetness. It's a more manly Baccarat Rouge 540 in my opinion. I don't get that latexy stuff from the Baccarat Rouge some people get from just BR 540. This is just well blended, and it lasts and lasts and lasts, at least off my skin, even at my work. After a long day's work out in the sun and the heat, it still was lasting. So I got to give it up for the performance on this thing, but definitely backup bottle worthy. I'm going to go with a classic. I don't think any man could probably not go with a Creed. That'll be Creed Green Irish Tweed. This thing is just a gem. Man, I'm telling you, this thing is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's been around for ages, tested, true, just a all-round signature scent worthy. It's what Cool Water came off of or was inspired by, and has inspired many clones. So if it's doing that, then it's got to be doing something right. So Green Irish Tweed. And this one kind of surprised me. I wasn't sure about this line, but I'm telling you, for uniqueness, this is Panda by Zoologist. I need to get a discovery set. This is definitely going to be a little bit more on the challenging side for maybe some men. I think it does have quite some sharpness, some greenness. It's a little bit florally. But boy, it really dazzles the senses for me. I just think it's just great for spring, summertime. And man, it's just a very I like green fragrances, so it definitely really rocks. And I'm really looking forward to trying a lot more of the Zoologist line, because they do have, from my understanding, quite some interesting scents that they have put out there. But that is my other one. Now I'm going to go over to the indie inspiration houses, and I know the purists out there are, how should we say, maybe against or don't like some of the inspiration houses because they want the artistic, they're taking someone else. But at the end of the day, as a consumer, whether I go buy a generic brand of paper towels or I buy Brawny or anything of that nature, I'm going to go with what's going to get me the best bang for my buck. It's my hard-earned money, right? And if some of these houses are going to start toning down their stuff, and it becomes weaker or not quite the same thing before, and I can get a fragrance house that's going to do it for half the price or less and actually perform better, guess what? You got to stay on your toes, guys. If all those fragrance brands that think they're going to go off just their name alone, but yet you got others coming up and doing it better, hey, I'm going to go with that. That's just how it goes. That's where my money's going to go. I do appreciate, I am a collector, I do appreciate having the original, but some of the stuff I just can't get my hands on too. They're either discontinued or they're so watered down that by now they're really not the same thing. So, hey, some of these inspiration houses tend to do it and do it better. And at this stage in the game with over 200, definitely I would say even people that have over 20, 30 bottles in their rotation, I don't need 100 milliliters. I've said it before and I'll say it again. At this point, 30 mils is probably more than plenty. Unless I'm just wearing one thing only, and I'm not going to do it like that because I like to change them up. So if you've got a larger collection, even though the price per mil is better at the 100 or even 200 milliliter range, if it's just sitting on the shelf and not getting that much usage, did you really save anything? I'd much rather buy 30 mils at a higher dollar per mil and have a variety of different ones than just get one bottle and say, well, I got a better deal on this 100 mils, but I could have gotten, 30 mils of 4 different fragrances and I have a better rotation. That's just me. That's in my opinion. So let me go on with this. I'm going to start out with I know Duo kind of gets a little love hate a lot of times. And again, for that reason, but again, with the clone things, unless they're going out there and saying that they are trying to imitate and say, hey, this is green Irish tweed and name it green Irish tweed, I can see that being a negative. Don't sell me a fake. But if you're saying this is inspired by and I did this to ratchet up one part or this part, that I'm all for that. So this one's gonna definitely make it. Because I love Virgin Island water, but the performance is trash. I'm still letting it macerate a little bit, but Caribbean Casino recently acquired, so I hadn't done a whole lot, but it shot past, especially for summer because the Virgin Island water in this, the notes that it pulls off there, the lime, it's just so juicy, it's so good that I had to put it on here. It beat Casino Elixir. I got all the Poseidon's Casino Cologne, Poseidon's Casino Supernova. I got a lot of those for you Duo fans out there. And right now, this is my number one. I like this one quite a bit. It's going to definitely be high in the rotation this summer. It's just so juicy, so good. Next one, and that's by Duo Fragrances. The next one is by Genre, which is RAMC. It's their own creation. Now this thing does its own thing. They have gorgeous presentation. I've done some videos. I won't spend too much time on this one, but for me, the RAMC is one of their best offerings out there. It is not the best in my opinion because I have another one from them that definitely just garners top spot. Okay, but this thing is just, man, there is some pineapple in there. It's a green, a little tarty. But boy, is it just a gem of a fragrance. It's their own. It's not a clone. They do a lot of great inspirations that last really awesome, really great for the price. You cannot beat the price for the presentation and the quality of the juice. But RAMC is their own creation. So this one definitely makes the list. I'm going to go with Happy Land Studios. They are also doing phenomenal stuff. Great prices. And that one right there, now it is a little bit niched into the fall for me, but on for the holidays. This thing is just, I love coffee. Man, this thing takes you to Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it is just gorgeous. It's a slight sweetness in there it's a very gourmandy almost because it almost feels like they're roasting some praline pecans, I guess, or it's just got that sweetness, like the oven's been cooking some great stuff. It's got coffee. God, this thing is gorgeous. This is holidays in the bottle. Look, and you can see the little Santa hat. EJ over there is doing some phenomenal work on his stuff. Great potent stuff that lasts, unique. They are definitely house to check out, guys. Happy Land Studio. Now, I rave about this one on all my lists. This Essential Obsessions. I need to get some other samples. I know I haven't sampled Bond Number 9's discontinued Andy Warhol. It's way expensive. I'm not going to pay that money to get a bottle of that, but I don't care. This thing smells so good. Even if it smelled differently, I will go with this Andy Warhol. Just, it is that good. The plum in here is rich. It is gorgeous. This lasts and projects. And the price point on it is phenomenal. I love this one. It is going to definitely, I bought a 50 mil, so I'm going to refill. I have that sitting in the closet, so it's going to be good. And my last one on there, Voodoo. Genre again, makes the list twice. This thing is number one for me on the indies. Backup bottle worthy. Sprayers are phenomenal. It is just goodness. I'm telling you, just awesome. Bright, sharp. It definitely will project and last. Ah, yeah, so good. So good. Again, I have other reviews on these particular ones. You know, you can look back, but I really wanted this again, trying to not eat up a lot of time. So again, I hope you got some insight onto what I like, so that as you look at my videos, you can get an understanding of where I'm coming from, and you can make your best decision. Ultimately, it's on you. So buy indie, buy niche, buy designer. Hey, buy what you like, wear what you like, and don't let anyone sway you in any other direction. Not saying that they do, because it's your hard-earned money, just like all this was my hard-earned money, and I just share it with you guys, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope that y'all visit back. I hope that y'all follow a lot of the other subscribers, reviewers out there, a lot of my friends that I'm gonna recommend, and that we do talk on a regular, and I do value that from that standpoint. So again, I want to wish everyone a very, very safe time. Wash your hands, stay positive, and we will all be stronger together in this, okay? So you all have a blessed night, a blessed day. Thank you.